on all that stuff anyways. Like, if I'm being honest, it wasn't up until like a year and a half ago that I actually really started diving into social media. You know, I got off Facebook like in 2017. I
You
don't
got
really use
off
it.
Facebook?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
stopped using it like right after the 2016 election for no other reason
Yeah.
than I was like, this is just too much. Actually, you know what it was? I know exactly what it was. Um, my phone was making me get the app over doing it off the browser, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that. So I just stopped using
Really?
Facebook.
How
Yeah.
was it doing that?
I don't know. It just pretty much said like, "Oh, we're gonna switch over to the app in a week. You won't
Oh,
be able to access
yes.
all your stuff." And I was like, "Oh man, well I'm not using
Yes.
Facebook anymore."
Yes. That's
Yeah.
how they got me. I was using the Facebook on the browser and I
Yep.
would get messages from my mom and they said, "Well, the only way to reach your messenger is to download the Messenger app."
Yep.
I was like, "Dang it."
And I don't have all the money in the world. I can't afford a larger memory card for my phone, so it wasn't gonna happen. I didn't have enough space on my phone, like, and I couldn't afford more at the time. So opportunity costs. Facebook had to go, and
So,
then
uh-huh.
never used anything else after that until like 2 years ago, really.
Wow. So how was it from having Facebook to not having Facebook? Or did you use it as much?
I did. I used it a lot every day.
Okay.
I was reading
Yeah.
it. I was,
Uh-huh.
the fun stuff you do on YouTube, or I'm sorry, YouTube, on
Facebook.
Facebook. You argue with people. You read fake news. You find other people you didn't know. You stalk old high school friends. All that good stuff.
Right.
But then yeah, it just kind of fell off for me. So
Yeah.
after that, it wasn't really a big deal. It wasn't really anything different.
Okay. That's good.
Unless you have to ask the people on Facebook that were dealing with me, see how they were like, "Oh man, we sure missed that annoying short guy."
Or I'm glad he's off.
I'm glad he's off. He hurt my feelings.
Did you go into like deep arguments with people?
Yeah, I did. One
Really?
time, we were talking about some racial thing. I won't get in too far
Uh-huh.
into it, but I was basically questioning this guy, and then when I do stuff like that, I try to do my research. I don't want to just lie to somebody or
Yes.
say something that's not true. I try to be factual.
Yes.
Even if it's opinion based, my opinions I try to have them based in like historical history, facts, all that important stuff. So, anyways, I just said something. We're talking about some racial thing, and he DM'd me like, "Hey, man, you're just telling me all this stuff, and you're making me feel like I can't be a part of this conversation because I'm not Mexican." I was like, "What the?" Like I'm like oblivious when it comes to that stuff. That was like the last thing on my mind. And
Uh-huh.
so I apologized to him because I did enjoy having these back and forth banters with him, but after that he never wanted to talk to me again. So
Yeah.
be like that.
But
It'd
I
be like
mean, that's also fun, no? Having conversation and questioning one another. As long as, just don't take it personal.
that. I mean, to me, that's like a big embodiment of like the First Amendment, right? Like
Yes.
that's what we do. That's me to me. I don't know about silencing people, but I think the best thing for us to do is have a conversation. Even
Yes.
if I'm not, even if I know that what I'm saying is not going to get across to everybody, I guess it's fair to say like maybe you can get to one person, or one person will read it, something like that. And I find value in that.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
even it's not gonna impact everybody, but you know, if it reaches 100 people, I'm pretty sure that out of those 100 people, it may reach one person, then that may change somebody's ideology on whatever the topic
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah. You know what my favorite thing about Facebook is?
Ah,
Is people that complain about other people posting their stuff on Facebook. Like nobody cares about what you're doing. But it's called Face. It's yours. It's your page. Why are you tripping about what someone else is putting on their page and be like, you
yeah,
can't? Nobody wants to hear about your life
yeah,
on your Facebook, on your
right,
personal profile.
yes. Well, I think it goes back to what we just said that it might it might affect somebody else. Because if you post about let's say water, the water is super healthy for you, or let's say that they post that water is not healthy for you, somebody might take that into consideration And there's other people that are like, well, you know what, you shouldn't be listening to this person. You
Did
know.
we just make water political? I'm just kidding.
So I feel like it's like I feel like people are scared that their ideas or their opinions are gonna affect other people. You know?
Well, even putting yourself out there, it is
Yeah.
scary. Even leading up to today, I was nervous. This is my first time doing a video conference podcast.
Are you still nervous?
Am I still nervous?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. I am nervous about putting myself out there. I'm actually the type of person that'll tell you that you need my consent before you take my picture.
Yes.
So,
But
so this is a lot for me.
but I feel like that's why I wanted you here because you're like I liked how you're wild and you just